Today I'm here with women's basketball head coach Lindsay Huffman and junior guard Lily Griffith to get a glimpse of the women's basketball team before they kick off the 2024 season. They got off to a great start in 2023, finished strong, and this year they're looking to go on a run with the addition of some new weapons while also returning some key players. So Coach, let's talk about this new 2024 team. You added a lot of new faces, 9 freshmen, 3 transfers, in addition to the 6 returners I just mentioned. So talk on the team dynamic and these new additions.
Yes, probably our biggest recruiting class since I've been here. Signing 12 is big. Yeah. It's anytime you have new players added to your program, whether they're freshmen or transfers, it's always going to be a challenge to kind of mix everybody together and build that team chemistry. So that's kind of what phase we're in right now, is finding out about each other and learning to compete together. But our freshmen have done a great job, and so have our transfers. I think coming from high school to the college level is always an adjustment. But they've really dove in and they're super coachable, and the transfers have done the same. They have a little leg up because they've already experienced college at their other institutions and what college basketball looks like. But coming into our program for everybody, it's all brand new. So our job is to try to get them to mesh together as best as possible.
Absolutely, and Lily, now you've been a part of this program for 3 years, played for a couple of different coaches, definitely had a lot of different teammates. So talk about, from an athlete perspective, what the team dynamic and team atmosphere, energy, all of that's looking like.
Yeah, so like you said, played with a lot of different teammates since I've been here, but I will say that this year's team, like the culture and energy, like you can't even compare it to the past. Like we just play with so much heart and so much toughness, and that's like something that you can't coach. So like we're just like a really special group. And when you're in practice and you have people like yelling, screaming, clapping when anyone makes a good play, like that just like makes a good environment for us to get better at practice.
Absolutely, and now talking about the coaching staff, Coach Cruz was added as the assistant coach. So what have you learned from her so far, and what do you think she's going to add to the team this year?
Yeah, so she played basketball at Alabama, so she knows what it takes to compete at an elite level. And I think that that's going to be super beneficial for us. Even in practice, like she's able to bring out a certain level of grit and toughness when we're having to do the same drill over and over again. And I think that that's going to be beneficial when we reach adversity during our long season. She's going to be able to pull that out of us. So I'm super excited to have her on the coaching staff this year.
Absolutely, that's so good to hear. So let's talk a little bit about what the preseason has actually looked like. This past week, you guys traveled down to Macon to play a big Division I Mercer, which is just a really cool experience. So talk on what that experience was like for you and for the team.
Yeah, it was super cool. We don't get a chance to play in big arenas and gyms like that very often. So that in itself was really cool. We also aren't going to face anyone that is that big, strong, and fast. So that's something that we can like take and learn from. And I think that it's going to be super beneficial when we make our postseason run in February. We're going to be better from that.
For sure, and Coach, how do you think that game has prepared the team for the season?
Yeah, that's what scrimmages and exhibitions are for. I mean, anytime you get a chance to play a D1 team on their home court, I think, it's not about the score. We're trying to find out about our team and find out, what do we need to work on, what have we done well at up to this point, and that kind of guides where we go for the first week of the season. So I think it was a great experience. I think the players had a good time, and what I was most proud of is they just competed their butts off. We had 18 offensive rebounds and forced 18 turnovers. I mean, that's a lot of toughness and grit. So I think we out-rebounded Mercer totally as well. So there were tons of things that we've emphasized for the last probably 12 or 13 weeks, and we saw that kind of come to fruition on the court. The positives, we're going to take away all the positives from that game, and it's going to kind of guide us where we need to go to get better to play an opponent on November 8th.
For sure, and a lot of that toughness and grit that you had just mentioned will impact the conference standings before we know it. So the Conference Carolinas preseason poll had just come out, and your team was ranked 5th. So what are your thoughts on this ranking?
I think it's good. I don't put a lot of stock into preseason rankings. I know some people do, and sometimes players get wrapped up in that, but it's a tough league, and we're going to have to fight for everything this year, just like last year. And you know, I think there's some things that are up for grabs, and we're excited about our team and where we're at. So you know, I think we just use it as motivation and you know, just try to improve every day. But you know, to be honest, I think that's great, but it doesn't mean a whole lot to me.
Right, and in addition to that poll, they had listed some young Harris players to watch, and that was Cam, Ivana, and Annalise. So what are your expectations for them on and off the court this year?
Yeah, I think they've all three done a phenomenal job in preseason, as well as Lily has done a great job of leading for us. But just their preparation up to this point has been impressive. You know, they've competed, they've gotten better. Where they came in August is much different on November 1st, so that's a sign of good players. They're working to get better, and they're all learning each other too. You know, out of those three, two are new. Cam ran the point guard spot for us last year and did a great job and helped us win games. So getting those three to kind of learn how to play with each other and exploit each other's strengths is really kind of what we've been doing up to this point, and they've done just a really great job of that, and they've been great teammates too. And I think that's a huge part of what kind of Lily spoke to. Our culture this year has been very different and in a positive way, and it's really because of Lily and Cam and our returners who have set the tone.
For sure, and you and Cam's connection last year was great. She actually led the team in assists, so talk about you and her's ability to kind of facilitate that offense.
Yeah, so me and Cam do a great job of, like, anytime there's like a dead ball, we're always huddling and just like communicating. We know we only have a short amount of time to do that, so we know what needs to be said, like get everyone on the same page. And I think that we're at the point now where we don't even necessarily have to say the words. Like, she can just give me a look and I know what she wants me to do. So it's just great, like, being able to play with her again. Like, we have a deeper connection, and I think it's gonna really show this year.
For sure, and looking back on last year, the team won 11 conference games, which was the most since 2014. It was a really good year. Talk about the preparation and mindset heading into the season as an athlete.
Yeah, so obviously, like, our goal is to make it to the conference championship. That's anyone's goal. But we really just focus on taking it one day at a time and just one game at a time, one practice at a time. And our main mindset every single day is just to compete and just to get better. And at the end of the day, it's just control what you can control.
Sounds good. Do you guys have any closing remarks or any other comments before we wrap up?
We're just excited to get started. We're you know, we're in the grind right now, so it's exciting, and I know the players are really antsy about playing our first opponent, but we appreciate you guys and all you do to help our program out, and we're excited to be here on our home court competing.
Yeah, we're so excited to see you both on the court, and thank you so much for doing the video. Make sure to catch Lily, Coach Huffman, and the rest of the Mountain Lions when they play at the University of North Georgia versus Georgia College this Friday at 4 p.m.